Oh. Oh, let's see. I see somebody hit the button. Let me get my glasses there ready. Oh, I see somebody's here. Oh, I know I didn't announce it. But I've been a little busy. You know, I did a few videos this morning. Well, I did Jesus Calling, and then I did a video before that, I think, talking about. Anyway. And then I just did a video that I'm uploading right now for the second channel, discussing some of the things that people brought up. And I did a video the other day on the second channel, Greycloudyday Thoughts, asking anybody if they have any subjects or anything that they would like me to discuss over there that is a little bit, you know, giving me ideas for the second channel to keep it on a different pace. You know, like the second channel is going to have some of the same stuff, but I want to make sure that the second channel is definitely distinctive. Like when you go over there, you're going to see different, hopefully a different type of content than what you're going to see here. So, and then as usual, I've got my bucket sitting here. I was practicing earlier that song I've been working on or whatever, you know, where am I going in life? What am I gonna do? Where am I going in life? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? And who would I say it to? And then I've been thinking about, instead of saying who would I say it to, would I have anybody to even say anything to? You know, like I'm working on ideas, wordplay. You know, it's fun. I enjoy when I'm having days like this where I'm a little bit creative, you know, like, although that, I mean, I kind of was beating on the bucket a few weeks ago and that came to me, but it's like, I'm trying to remember the pattern and, just perfect it. So, but welcome here. Oh, whoever's watching. Yeah, on the video I'm uploading on the second channel right now is, well, like I said, I just kind of go over and tell everybody thanks that did comment in my video from the other day. Just kind of discussing what I'm going to do with the second channel, and also and so people chimed in on some topics like eternal life, artificial intelligence. Somebody else, you know, there is interested in hearing my like some of the movies I like, or books and comics and things that I might have read. So, and that's what that's my hope for Greycloudyday Thoughts, is to be Greycloudyday Thoughts. I'll be able to cover some of the current. I'm going to cover current events over there. You know, like last month I was talking about the drones and what I thought, and then like I mentioned that in the video today, but I see you, I can see somebody's watching, and from my end, as usual, it keeps popping in and out, so I don't know if you're having trouble with your connection or not. As always, also, until somebody chimes in the chat, I'm not even sure if everything's functioning right. So if anybody is there and you want to, you know, you don't have to say anything, but if you can, just say hi or something in the chat, and then that way I can see if the chat's working. That's really all. I'm trying to make sure that if anybody comes in here and wants to ask any questions or anything like that, my hair's bothering me. I need to get some clippers. I'm long overdue for shaving my head. You know. But yeah, I've had another good day. I'm on the. If you're there, this is like day 4 of me taking sobriety serious. You know, not that I haven't been. It's just that, you know, over the past few months, I've had several bouts of like different times where there's been months where like I got paid, and at some point I was like, you know, I'm gonna drink, and then I drank for a few days, and then I got back off of it or whatever. But this past time was like really devastating. Like, you know, I carry like it was like something that was continuing. It started one day, like early in the morning, of me just getting up and getting something, and then just like trying to avoid the day, like by just drinking myself back into a stumper. And then that just continued on for a certain length of time up until just, now that only went on for like about a week and a half of like just some hardcore. But that's where like there was some times where I wasn't doing content quite as much and wasn't posting as much on any other social media. But I knew then what I needed to do. And that's basically what I've been doing is, you know, for the most part, I do pretty good on not, like it's, I don't know I don't know why my headspace was in the place it was at. But I know that when I was waking up in the mornings, I just didn't like the way I was feeling. And the only the way that I was dealing with it was trying to drown out something. And it wasn't like I don't know. Let's see what we got. Boom. There was up to 4 people there just a second ago. Hey, do me a favor. Well, anyway, I see one person, but then for a second there was like 2 or 3, 4. It went up to 4. Okay. If you have the ability to say something in the chat, I'm just trying to see if I can see anybody. If you try to chat, I haven't had anybody come in and say or ask me a question or say hello yet, so I don't know if the chat is working. And that has happened before where we've been live and I had a couple of people trying to communicate with me and I wasn't seeing it, so. I'm trying to think. I'm just nervous. So I guess the best thing I can do is tune you guys out, beat on the bucket, and we'll just see, you know. So when anybody that is watching or pops in and out, this is weird. Welcome everybody. I don't know what's going on here. So if you're watching, if I just said this a minute ago, of course nobody has to be in the chat. I am trying to determine. I don't know. I'm hoping if somebody can say hi in this chat, so that I can see if the chat is working. Hello? Okay, well, this is cool. There's 12. I haven't seen that there's 12 people, but okay, okay, thanks. I apologize for seeming weird. Well, not weird, but if you were here just a minute ago, I explained it. A while back, I had a live stream. It only happened one time. I had a live stream where people were trying to talk to me, and I did not realize that the chat wasn't working until after we ended it. Because after I ended the live stream, somebody came in to my comment section and was like, "Hey, we were trying to talk to you." Yeah, I know that Jesus loves me. And he loves you also. Anyway, if y'all are, I don't recognize your names. If you are subscribed, you'll have to forgive me if I don't have never seen your pop up there. If you ain't, you know, you can check out the channel, check out some of my videos, and then consider if you want to. My live streams, like a lot of times, like while I'm sitting here just kind of waiting to see who shows up, and it's showing right now, we're showing about 11 people here. That's pretty good. Thanks for hitting that like button. I was just about to ask any of you to hit that like button, and I appreciate it. So what I do a lot of times while I'm killing time to see who's going to show up, how the chat's going to go, how the live stream's going to flow, I just beat on my bucket, you know, like, and of course I've been working on something since a few weeks back, like, where am I going in life? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? Who am I gonna say it to? Where am I going in life? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? And would I have anybody to even say it to? Yeah, I'm just kind of working on, the other day, somebody was talking to me about playing drums, and yeah, I used to play drums. I, still have a drum set up in North Carolina. I just haven't been there in like 5 or 6 years. It's down in the basement of my friend's house. But thanks for telling me that, though, Walker. We love Walker. And Striker 59, thanks for chiming in there too for me. You guys, like, just sometimes it's confusing to me that when if I start a stream and I see that there's people, if I can see that someone's watching or popping in and out, like if we're having a connection problem, until someone like right now it's showing anywhere, it's popping in between 4 people and 9 people at any given time. It's going from 1 to 4 to 8 or 9. So a lot of times, like I said, because I had that happen one time with the chat, I'm just usually, like, until I see someone pop up in the chat, I'm worried that it might be happening again. So I like to try to, once I see that we got it going on, the chat's going fine and everything's cool, then we're good to go. So I want to see, how are you guys doing? Like I said, I'm having a good day. Another day in without a drink, and that's a beautiful feeling. I'm not here to preach to nobody. I'm not here to talk down on nobody or tell you, because I'm working on things that I have to work on for myself, that you have to work on it. It's like that's to each other person, like if we each have our own vices and struggles and things that we go through. But for me, one of the biggest things that I've had a challenge with in my life was the drinking. So, but about 5 days ago, I broke down and reached out to my creator and was like, look, I need help. I need the help. Like, obviously, I was doing something that wasn't working, and I was not in a good place in my head. So, and I know what to do. I know how to get out of that. It's like get myself out, get up out of bed, start doing some housework, do some reading in the mornings, make my videos. Put forth a little effort in the day, and the day usually seems better at the end of it. At least for me, it's on the days that I'm not feeling good, and I don't mean physically. Like if I'm stuck in my head and I'm not like there's been days that I've had the hardest time just getting out of bed. I don't know if anybody can relate. I used to have people be like, "How can you? I don't understand how." If you've never had that kind of devastating type of anxiety or depression, then you probably wouldn't understand. Like how can someone just feel like they can't even get out of the bed? Like they have, that's not a good feeling, I tell you that much. So y'all just, if I'm boring you, you let me know. If you want to talk about a certain thing or ask me any questions, tell me or ask me, say whatever, all I ever ask is people to be respectful in the chat. Like, so if we're on a certain subject, like if someone brings up a certain thing and that's what we're talking about, we try to stay on point on that. Two, if there's any interaction in between each other in the chat, I just want people to keep mindful of, other people, like respect. But I've only had a few issues back last year where on a Friday or Saturday night I'd be doing a live stream. We'd get 20 to 30 people in there, and you might have a couple of people come in and be trolls. Let's see. What about it's early morning? See, it's early morning. See, it's early afternoon, and I'm finally loving my life just like I should have been the whole daggum time. I'm just messing around. It's a brand new day, and I'm finally loving this life just like we all should be all of the time. My dear mother said dreams could come true. I'd stopped believing, but now I know what to do. Listen up. This song was shared with Greycloud to give to all of you. It's early morning, and I'm finally loving my life just like we all should be all of the time. Oh, yeah, that's an older thing that came to me many years ago. Yeah, and I'm if you weren't here at the very beginning, I was talking about that I do have a second channel called Greycloud's Thoughts. This is the main channel, and it's growing pretty significantly. But I did have to create it. I knew that I needed to a long time ago, but because of my dumb butt, I had, made a short a few months back that put a community strike on me. And it was just simply because, and I didn't appeal it. I could have, but I pretty much knew that I didn't realize that what I'd posted, I don't think it was a video. I think it was yeah, it was like some post I posted, and it just had there was pictures of substances on the picture, and because I posted that, it was thinking I was promoting drug use and stuff, and it really wasn't. But I didn't feel like trying to go through the channels of trying to get, because all I have to do is like that type of strike. I just had to wait. Like if I didn't get two more within 90 days, and then that strike would disappear. So I created the second channel, and all that did was for a week I wasn't able to upload or talk in my community, and then after a week I could start uploading again. And I'm also I'm about to start another do a Rumble channel again. I'm gonna eventually probably between now and say another few weeks try to think about making a Rumble channel, because over on Rumble I could do some things where I can talk about stuff a little bit more openly, especially when it comes to hot topics and stuff. And I think, sometimes I do have an opinion or an idea or something about what's going on in the world. It's like, I think we all do, or we should. We should have some kind of conscious recognition or understanding. Or So I hope everybody's doing well today. I see there's 4 people here. We got 2 that have hit the like button. If you could, the other if there's 2 other people here, hit that like button for me. I mean, I ain't your boss or anything. You don't have to do anything really other than just watch. This old Grey Cloud here, though, with my squad shirt on. Y'all recognize that? The Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend. Traveled up that road and down back again. Hey, 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 a little bit of chanting there. I tell you what helps me. I know that what was going on in the past few weeks when I was struggling with my vice was my simple lack of conscious communication on a daily basis with my Creator. Even though I was starting my days off with gratitude and gratefulness and I was being thankful, I was stuck in some place where, it was uncomfortable. And I reverted back to dealing with things in the wrong manner rather than opening up that line of communication and maybe asking for help sooner or listening for guidance. Hey, Keisha, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you. I've been beating on the bucket and just kind of like talking. We got a few people here, I think, that may be new to the channel or haven't been. I've never seen them here in a live stream anyway, or even in my comment section. And that's exciting. It's always nice when new people pop in and check out the channel, especially if I'm on a live stream. Right. Like, I was saying, about 5 days ago, I had to reach out and be like, I need your help. I need help. You know what I mean? Like I had been ignoring that it's okay to ask for things sometimes. For me, when it comes to praying, I'm hardly ever asking for help. Like, because I trust that, I try to trust that whatever it is I'm going to need is going to end up being there in front of me somehow or another. And it always usually is. Although, the human condition, sometimes it's harder. It's easier said than done sometimes. Like, when I'm broke and I need dog food or something, then, but there's always a way made. A way always comes. And if I listen to that still small voice, it always shows me like, hey, okay, you really need something today. So you might need to get out there and try to figure out something, like one thing's for sure, if I'm sitting here and I don't go and interact with the actual world, you're not gonna know. Like if like there ain't just miraculously somebody just gonna pop in and just be the like, hey, oh, I had a sense that you might need something, but um, most of the snow here is melted. Uh, Still got a little bit out there, like in the shady areas around the trailers and stuff. There's still some, but for the most part, everything's pretty much gone. Uh, there was somebody else that did a live stream earlier today, and I didn't know. I knew she had left Florida, but she's in somewhere in Alabama. And anyway, it was still, you could tell there was snow. Guys, now I don't know. I haven't looked at the weather, but she was talking about, well, we got some snow a few days ago, and she was talking about she was in Alabama. I'm like, hey, I'm in Alabama too. But she was talking about like wherever she's at. I guess they might be calling for some more here soon. I don't know, and maybe they are. I just think I don't keep up with it that random. Maybe there's another thing coming in that I haven't heard about yet, or on its way. It is still winter. Ain't God so awesome? Isn't God great? Isn't God so awesome? Isn't God so great? Isn't God so awesome? Isn't God so great? Isn't our Lord awesome? Isn't the Lord great? I don't know. That just kind of, I have this built up nervous energy going on, like, and it's always that way, like until things just kind of start flowing, especially on a lot. It's like doing a live stream it's like I was about to compare it to when I played in a band, but it's not the same because, when you get up on a stage and you're performing, you have a set list. You have kind of like, we done knew what we was going to go through, and, it's only in between songs, your interactions with the crowd that makes it a little different. But the thing about being able to get on stage, I could get up on stage, we could play our set and get off stage, and it was like I get a little more nervous doing things like learn. I'm getting better at it, but I just get nervous because like I feel like that I need to be doing something more than just sitting here babbling about whatever, and but I can't stand my dog keeps she's gotten in the bad habit of wanting to chase just about every car that comes into the trailer park, so I'm assuming that's probably what she was doing just now. Isn't our Lord, isn't God great? Isn't God awesome? But so all I gotta say is, I'm just grateful that I've got another day so far down without turning into a bottle or something. Going, like I said, like I've got several days behind me from that time where I came out of, and it feels good to be able to say that. Clarity is starting to come back. Like it's nice when I'm able to be more level-headed. Let's see. So what's been going on with you guys today? Any of you, like anything special, anything, you know, to chime in about that you would want to share? For me, I've just been, like I said, I've been up and active. I did sleep in a little bit longer than I'd gotten up early, and then I was able to still go back to sleep for a little while. And like I'd gotten up and done a video or two or something and got them uploaded and stuff. Then I laid back down. And then, like a little while after a certain period of time, I realized that I'd actually dozed back off. So I was able to, and then I got back up. It was a little late, or like later. Dealing with school, I understand that. Well, I ain't been dealing with no school in a long time. Striker 59. Now, are we talking about college school or high school? I don't know. I'm going to probably assume that you're probably in college maybe, but you never know. You could be your last year of high school. You know what I mean? I don't need to assume that I know anything. Okay. Well, the only reason I said that is because like I don't have an age restriction on this because I'm not discussing anything wrong or nothing or bad. But I do know, like a while back, last year I had a few times that some people came in that were probably too, like, I had to start being mindful that at certain times I may have to put a restriction on it or something, because I don't want to get into having like too young of people come in and then, say if we're in a really deep adult conversation on a certain night or day of a stream, might not be appropriate. But you seem fine. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people, younger than high, like not people that aren't even in high school. Don't you know what I mean? Like, I'm learning that there are there's people out there that just let their kids get on with no restrictions, and then there are parents that monitor and keep them, up until a certain age, make sure that they're not just watching anything. Hey, Tomcat, what's up? Yeah, not much, man. Just sitting here. I was talking about just life. I was talking about how a lot of times I feel a little nervous until things start flowing in the when I start a live stream, until people show up or I see somebody in the chat, sometimes yeah, another day, another donut. But I got to say, I had a good day, like I've had a good stretch of about 5 good days so far, and trying to keep it that way. And cause I'd been on I'd went on a little bit of binge, for about a week and a half or so, like some heavy every day, like I got in the bottle too much, and was waking up, and that was the first thing I was doing, and then just spending the whole day doing that and not being productive. And I know for myself, that's just my own personal demon that I don't need to deal with. And anyway, so I've had about 5 good days of not any drinking. So, and I'm on a streak, and I'm shooting, for that goal of just maintaining clarity right now. But sometimes, man, it sucks. Like sometimes things get the best of us. Sometimes, it's like, I don't know what was going on and eating at me. I think part of it was that I just turned 51. I turned 51 December 30th. It was Christmas time, New Year's, January 4th would have been my mom's birthday. And of course, she was murdered years ago in an arson house fire and stuff like that. But, like the seasons like this, I may be taking vacation time soon to drop the bottle. Oh, yeah. Well, you're. I am too. Well, I mean, not actively at the moment, but I'm the. Since you've known me, you've known that I've talked about. I have a struggle with it. I mean, it's weird. I don't really struggle with it. It's like I'm not even thinking about it. I haven't thought about it since the last day I did it, but something got into me a few weeks ago that just wasn't setting right. And every morning I was just getting up and just was like not even wanting to, I didn't want to get out of bed. And so I'd get out of bed, and what I'd do, like by 9 or 10 in the morning, I'd done been over to this store that's just recently opened and back over here chugging a few, and I was spending a few days just on the down, and that wasn't a good thing. No, I know, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm not judging you, like, because, yeah, I knew that you deal with it too, like, uh, all I'm getting at is that for me, over the past couple of years, I've done more. I've had more time sober than I had in a long time. Like when I first say 3 years ago I quit, I had 10 months, and then I slipped for like about 4 or 5 days. Then I went about 3 months. You know what I mean? Like I get a good stretching, and I get a good. You know, the thing is, I just got to take it one day at a time, one moment at a time. And I just am glad I shook that feeling I had. Like I just didn't want to go through the day without like numbing myself, and that ain't a good feeling. Yeah, I know that's coming up. I didn't know the exact date, but I knew something was going on with you. All I'm saying is the other day I put two and two together that something you might be dealing with a lot of inside that you didn't know how to deal with, and things kind of got a little hairy. You know what I mean? Like it's none of my business, but I understand because, like you said, it's just coming up on a year. Like it's not even been a year. I can only imagine. That's what I'm getting at. Like I don't know. Uh, like I'm not trying to get into y'all's personal, but hey, life happens, don't it? We don't always have to have. It ain't always going to be peaches and cream. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree, Tomcat. That's like today, like for the past 4 or 5 days, I'm marching forward again instead of like being stuck in some like quicksand where I was slowly sinking. That's what I felt like. Like from my birthday, December 30th, up until just about 5 or 6 days ago, I felt like like every morning that I was getting up and starting my day off with what I was doing, I felt like I was just getting myself deeper in a hole. That's all it was. Yeah, I seen that you might be going live this weekend or something, if I'm if I catch it, I'll be there. You know, like it depends on what time it is. Depends on if I'm well, my schedule here lately. I've gotten back a good. I'm getting back in a pattern where I'm going down fairly early. As far as you know, I'm going to bed earlier, and I'm finding myself getting up most days, probably with the day. Like, I'm usually up a couple of different times through the night, and I check the time. But I by daybreak, I'm laying in the bed and doing my meditation and stuff, and communicating with the Creator. Uh, I mean, um, I'm trying to think, Tomcat. I mean, I'm always in need. Aren't we all? You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, yes, I could. I mean, uh, well, I mean, I think I'm. Since you asked, you got me thinking. I'm trying to think sincerely. Is there something I need that I could, Yeah, I'm Tomcat. I'm kind of. I think I feel what you're talking about. Without us going into detail about, say, and you say people, I'm just gonna. Now you can tell me if I'm wrong. I'm just gonna assume that we may be talking about something that's current, also, like maybe somebody has. Maybe somebody wasn't expecting to hear certain answers that they heard. I know what you mean, and I don't mean nothing against anybody because I'm cool with everybody, but I think some people are just set in their ways, man. And sometimes I think what people have a problem with is we have an image in our head of who a person is supposed to be or what we think they are. And then when they actually just be who they are, sometimes if we've got the wrong impression, like if we have the wrong image in our head and it ain't the image of what really is, then it might come across that way, like I used to tell people all the time, especially when I was actively really drunk all the time. I wasn't never an asshole drunk, but if people started asking real questions, I'd answer with real answers. And sometimes the answers were brutal and they didn't like it. They thought I was being mean or that I was hurting you hurt my feelings. And it's like, well, then why'd you ask me the question? If you didn't want a real answer from a real person, then just don't even ask me. You know what I mean? Like, don't ask me about something or my advice or my opinion or what my take on something is, and then I give it to you, and then you're pissed off because it ain't aligned with what you thought I should say. I think I know if that makes any sense. But, it works both ways, too. It's a give and take. Like, we're all assholes sometimes, ain't we? We can be. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Because I will say to you that She did a live stream this morning, and I wasn't in the stream, but I watched the video, and she didn't really say nothing bad or nothing either. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. Um, if you'll remember, I did get you back. I think you'd sent me something last year, and then I sent you something back. But I will. It will go to good use. It won't be, but you know. Okay. Well, I didn't know. You know, it's none of my business. And I don't know if you ever wrote down my email, but if you want it, you can send me an email and I can send you some contact. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't have to be today or anything, but if you would like to interact through an email and then wanted, if you, no, that's what I'm saying. Hey, you know, it all comes out in the wash. That's what I like to say. Whether we realize it or not, it will come out in the wash and it'll be okay eventually. Like, you're going through a time, this is the first, you know, like you're not even up to the year, you're not at the year anniversary yet of something devastating. And that's got to be crazy, you know? So take it for what it was. It was, you had some good moments, you had some good time, you had a good experience. Maybe it didn't end the way you wanted it, but I think real people know real people, and that, you know, people get over things. Life's too short to hold it too long. Yeah, I understand that. That's why I was saying, like, you don't ever have to talk to me here in detail about anything, but I understand what you're meaning, and you know, anybody that's experienced life enough would kind of be able to put two and two together. That, you know, like, I'm subscribed to both of people. Then this person went to this person. They've been together for a little while. Now they're not. You know, it's like it doesn't take a genius to figure out, okay, somebody had a falling out. And I think it's really cool that neither one of you are going into grand details, which is, it is what it is. No, I understand. Oh, I understand. Um, and I wasn't meaning if you wanted to have any kind of contact with me at some point outside of here, which I know that last year you had mentioned it in the video. I think I said, anyway, my point was being that if ever you want to chat with me, like on a one on, like, if you ever want to reach out, just let me know in a comment or something. I'll send, or I can tell you my email, and you can get with me. Right now, it's not really relevant, but I'm saying, um, sometimes it's nice to just have someone, you know, like you can every once in a while. Like, I don't have that many people myself either, you know, like, I've got numbers in my phone, but there's very few people that I know that any given time I could really reach out to them. But, you know, yeah, man, you're the extra brother I should have had. Well, Uh, I can only, it's not a good feeling when things don't. Sometimes we want something so bad that we push it away, if that makes any sense. That's kind of a sense of what I feel. I feel like sometimes I know that I've done that in my life. I'm not saying that it applies to you or anything, but the thing that you dealt with last year, from losing your wife to coming up on the anniversary, I wouldn't have, be honest with you, I was shocked to see that, like when she came and everything, like I figured it, like something like that, I figured might take longer before you would maybe just take it. Let's just forget about it. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Hey, Striker, have a good one. Thank you, Striker. Keep your head up, Striker. Don't don't let those, don't let them teachers get to you. And don't buy all the BS they give you either, because a lot of them are there trying to teach you crap that you might not need to know. God bless everybody. Yeah, Tomcat, man, what I'm saying, I think it's cool that we can talk a little bit and we know what we're talking about, but we're not going into the nitty gritty of it. And I don't need to know all of that. You know what I mean? I want to be here for uplifting, encouragement. Uh, you know, Sometimes I'm here because I just need people to talk to myself. Like when I go live, it's just nice. This is like the most social interaction I have a lot of times. It's just doing live streams. Other than going out in public, but just going to stores, in and out of a store and talking to people in passing is not really, that's not like quality, that's not quality like communication and stuff. That's just kind of like superficial, like on the run, like, how you doing? Oh, it's a pretty day. Oh, I'm doing all right. Oh, yeah, I'm okay. Like people ask you how you doing all the time and don't really want to know, because if you went into great detail, they'd be like, oh, hey, I got something else to do now. I'm sorry. Tell me I ain't wrong. Well, I don't know. I didn't watch the whole. Anyway, I watched like a little over halfway of the thing. I wasn't in it while it was going. It just ended, and I called it, and then it was not whatever. I didn't hear nothing myself that was too, But that's only fair. Even if someone has something bad to say right now, if things end on kind of grumpy terms, you can't blame somebody to maybe have a few fucking shitty things to say. At least I've thought that way before. You know what I mean? Like I've had a similar situation where I've butted heads with someone, and All American Prepper. Hey, how you doing? I don't recognize that name. But hello, All American Prepper. I wish her the best by the grace of God. Yeah, I mean, I think it, it all works out in the wash. You'll be surprised. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I wondered when you came in there. I wondered there for a second. That's cool. Thanks, Tomcat, for bringing another somebody over here. Um, or I'm hearing my dogs out there barking and stuff. Um, Y'all just keep you just let me know as we're flowing as it's going. Like sometimes I just get I'm still learning to be I'm still trying to get used to being on live streams and stuff again. Like last year when I was doing it, starting to do it regularly and everything, I was starting to kind of get in the hang of it, and then it's like a slow go again since I've been able to just not worry about using a hotspot or anything. Oh, the Punisher hat. Thanks. Yeah. Um, Imagine that. I got the Punisher hat on with my Golden Girl shirt. That's the squad. Thank you for being a friend. We traveled down that road and back again. What do we got here? Maradona or Pele? What does that mean? I don't know. uh, Zlatan. Does anybody know what that? If anybody knows what he's okay, let's see. Oh, okay. No. But now that you said that, sorry. Oh, are we talking about actual? Are we talking about American football? See, when you said footballer, I was thinking he's talking about soccer. If you're, I've never been much into organized sports. Uh, like I played some, baseball and stuff when I was young, but I never learned how to play basketball. I never learned football. Didn't care. They always wanted me to because I'm a big dude. Oh, okay. So it was soccer. You're talking about soccer, yeah. Well, when once he said football or that, and when I thought of the names, then I think I remember hearing the name Pele because I do catch stuff about soccer. I don't watch it, but like I see when things are going on and it pops up on YouTube. Okay, cool. So see that I'm a little more interested in like I can like I think it's cooler than so actually that's cool. Like I thought I'm glad to see the I'm glad that I know now we're not talking about American football. We're talking about actual football, about soccer, yeah. So yeah, cool. Well, I wouldn't know I wouldn't know which of the two to pick, but Zlatan. I don't know if I said that right. Am I saying it right? Zlatan. I would watch if they played with hunting knives. I used to be a big cokehead. Big cokehead. Whew. But let's not talk about the past like that. I mean, I used to do shit. Done about everything. Zlatan, okay. From Bangladesh. Okay, cool. What I was going to say is the name, okay, if I'm saying it right, Zlatan, Zlatan, I was thinking about the G.I. Joe character Zartan, which is, it starts with a Z, ends with an N. But I was trying to relate it so that I could have a way to remember. But that's cool. Yeah, I understand that, Tomcat. Uh, it wasn't that far back that I was doing that just a few years ago. Let's see. Well, it's been about four. I'd say I've been about 3.5, 4 years since the last time I probably did anything with a needle. It didn't matter what it was. Uh, the key to it is just not dwelling on it. Like, if we're not in the midst of it right then, it's best to just not think about it, like, because sometimes we could get to talking about some of the old times and my old times, and I could talk about it, and it might sound like I'm glorifying it, but, I don't regret anything I did. It's just probably going back. No, I've always thought, like, if I was able to go back and change anything, would I? Probably not, because it would change who I am today then. Yeah, but it takes all kinds to make the world go around. You heard me just talking about coming out of I just came out of a few weeks of like steady hardcore, Yes, Latan, I do love music. I love all kinds of different music. I understand that, All American. You don't have a problem with yourself when you drink. It's just everybody else does. Okay. Zoltan, you asked if I like music. I've got a bucket here that I beat on with my drumsticks sometimes when I'm waiting on people to show up in the live. And so we do have a moderator here. Okay, I saw your message on that, Tomcat. I saw your other one too. I was trying to show your message, but it said that another moderator just handled it. But that's okay. Let's go. Oh, since you asked though, this is something. Let me see if I can do it again. It's just I'm working on something. A little bit of a idea of a song I came up with a few weeks ago with the bucket, and then it's where am I going in life? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? And who would I say it to? Where am I going in life? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? And who would I even have anyone to say it to? Anyway, but music-wise, it depends on what mood I'm in. Yeah, I don't know if hate when I'm drunk, but fuck them, I'm drunk. Don't care who thinks what when I'm drunk. Well, I don't know. The only time that when I'm drunk, like if I'm drinking, the only times that I've ever had things become aggro was because of other people. It wasn't me. Like I never have been in a situation where now, of course, I'm sure I have at some point had that problem, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. But yeah, what I'm meaning is I would always, like, anytime that I would have some kind of aggression happen, 9 times out of 10, it was because somebody else, like, say I'd be hanging out with people. There was always that one person that couldn't handle the shit, and they start mouthing and getting crappy, and it's like at some point you have to say something, and it's like because they're running everybody's like shit, like everybody's just trying to have a good time. That's usually when I would have the issues, is because I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time with my friends, and you got some asshole being belligerent and like not flowing, and it's like, it's like, hey, dude. But hey, we can all get out of hand sometimes. I know I can. But let's see. I know a guy by the name of Tomcat. I know a guy by the name of Cat. I know a guy, he is a cool dude. I know a guy by the name of Tomcat. I don't know. I just like kind of, I'm just tickled to be here and to be talking to you guys. Having a good day. I hope you didn't mind. I was just like improving. I know a guy. I know a guy by the name of Tomcat. I know a guy, he's cool. I know a guy by the name of Cat. Oh, hey, and he ain't no fool. Oh, man. Tomcat, I haven't. How's your brother? Is your brother still with you? Because like last year, wasn't when you lost your house, wasn't he with you? Like you and him at the motel and stuff before you got the new place and stuff. Okay, I just was curious because I remember that when all that was going down, that I didn't know that he had lived with you prior to that, but I knew that when you were in transition, that you were talking about you and your brother, and it just popped in my head to ask. And I see your message here about, yeah, I can understand. Uh, you know, of course, if you go live, you're probably going to have people asking questions. So if I'm there, I'm not going to be asking questions because we've already discussed most, like enough. You get what I'm saying? But if I was to be in the live, I'd have your back anyway. Because, like, I don't know. Some people will say they want to let it be and not fucking stir shit up, and then you might turn around and fucking have that same person trying to push buttons and stuff. So just be careful. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but. Well, you know what I'm saying. I'm just getting at if you got a few people show up for you on your live stream, because you got a community going that's and everything. It's probably just, and maybe people will keep it, like if you start the live off by just saying, hey, let's, this is where I'm at and this is what's happened. But I don't need to share no details. I think people would be fine with that too. It's just like with me, I'm more like, now, of course, if I had that situation going on with another person that has a channel, like I have a situation with a friend I considered him a friend, and he's in Texas. And he thinks that okay, I got you. I don't give a fuck. Jeez, 200 hate videos made about you. You doing something right then, ain't you? If you pissing people off, sometimes that is a good sign. Sometimes it ain't, though. It depends. I hate the lighting in here. I have like these soft lights, so if if my image ain't looking good. Oh, I know what it is. I don't think I have a moderator in here. I have my thing on sensitive where like that's why it's doing that. Well, yeah, I agree with that. I would say that, that's how I am. It's like I might not tell everybody every detail of my life, but if people ask me straight up questions, I'm going to give them a straight up answer, and they might not like it. And I've told people in the past, unless somebody, like I've tried to tell people, like unless they let me know, like if they got a secret that they're telling me, sometimes it might be best if they keep that secret because that ain't my secret. You know what I mean? Like I try to be an open book as much as possible. Like I'm like you. Like before I will like if I knew what I've done and I knew the things that I might have done wrong, I'm gonna bring it up first before anybody else has a time. Because you know what I mean. Now, if someone's saying something that's not true, I damn well I'm gonna say something. But what I mean is, I would rather, like, I'm like you, I'd rather expose myself first. Be like, hey, okay. I got you there, brother. What I'm realizing, well, what I'm realizing is some of the I have my chat set on and I think you probably realize this. I've got it set where like certain messages won't pop up for other people. I can see it, but they won't see it. Just so that really doesn't matter to me. I don't have an age restriction on it, but I do put no, it's not made for children, but it don't really matter. Be honest with you, I wouldn't worry about it. I think things will go smoother than you think. I don't think you'll have as much shit as you might want to think. And if you do, I'm sure you got it. I'm sure you'll handle it just fine. Yeah, ass does taste a little funny, don't it? It ain't like I think they don't make ass flavored birthday cakes, do they? They might. They might for some perverted adults, but I wouldn't want one. No, I get you. I got you. I totally understand that. I'm saying hold your ground. Just hold your ground. You ain't bringing nothing down, brother. That's why I'm here, man. You ain't bringing nothing down. I don't see anybody in here complaining. Um, there's somebody else watching. We got two people here watching. Uh, you know what I mean? Like if anybody had a problem with it, they could have said something, and I would have said, "Hey, this is my friend, and we're just you're reaching out. You're here, and I'm listening, and I'm trying to be, you know what I mean? I'm trying to like I have no advice to give because like I think you're old enough. You are the one in the situation. I'm just glad that I'm not in any of those type of things. Like I have a hard enough damn time dealing with my own self every day. You know what I mean? Like literally, like Grey Cloud has its own challenges on a daily basis, and we know that. But let's see. Okay, hold on. Man, it feels late. It's only 4:20 something here. But no, I know what you're saying. And now that you say that, I think I know what you're talking about from earlier. I think I know now what was said, and it was something about being real. You're right. That's all. Like I can only. All I know is my life on my experience. I agree with you, Tom. Like, um, I've been accused of not being a real person before, and I'm like, what? It irks me. Like when someone questions my integrity, I'm usually pretty animate about it. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't let it bother me. But that's one thing. Like if I know I'm not in the wrong, and I didn't do nothing like or whatever, you know, a lot of times that it's gonna irk me more than if they're like if someone's telling the truth about me and I know I did it, then I'm probably not gonna say a whole lot. But if there's something that's going on that, you know, but I think I know what you're saying now. I caught something earlier. Yeah, I understand now. I think it was the way it was worded. That was probably, yeah. Just talking about putting on a front for the camera or something. Somebody, but like, I don't know. I don't think I'm putting on a front. I'm just being me myself. Man, you cool as hell, man, with me, man. No, I know. I mean, I'm saying I think from earlier when you said you heard there was a little bit of shade, and I said I didn't think I heard anything. Now that you're bringing this, now I'm remembering something that could have been taken as a little bit of shade, and it was referring to someone being real or not. That I did just ignored. I ignored it. Like I was like, like so. If that makes any sense. Man, I love you, brother. You know that. I'm glad that, I'm glad you could catch me here on this stream and that I was here for you, man. Like just not even, just 5 days ago, I'd been questioning myself, like, am I making any difference to anybody? And I did a video about it because I realized that morning. No, there was a day that I was thinking about 5 or 6 days ago. I don't remember. I don't think I was. I probably was. It was before I got sobered back up, but I was dwelling on. Am I doing anything? Is anything I'm doing? No, you ain't stealing no time on my live, dude. It'd be like if you was here hanging out with me. Man, if you sitting here hanging, man, we'd be chilling, we'd be talking, and whatever you needed to talk about, like that's how it is with me, man. What I was saying is the other day I was thinking to myself about, like, I was on the fence about going on to a live stream or whatever. I wasn't feeling that great. It was like, I think it might have been the first day I was struggling with knowing that I had to get back on my feet, like get sobered up. And, but I went live. And as soon as I went live, the first person that was in the chat was glad to be there. They were happy to see that I went live. It's a dude from Hungary. His grandmother just died. He was like, man, I'm happy to see that you're here, and like, he's like, I'm not feeling too good today. And I was like, oh, shit, what happened? And he told me his grandmother died and stuff. And I was like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, that was like confirmation that everything's going according to plan for me. You're like family too, man. Like, I can feel it. I mean, and all I know is to be open and honest myself. I mean, right, you're right, Tomcat. Like, I think it was just like I'd mentioned, from my birthday up until just about 5 or 6 days ago, I had just been stuck in a fucking rut, man. And it was like, you know what I mean? I was in a rut, and I was in a place where, like I said, I was not dealing with it well. I was avoiding reality to the point where, it got to where there was at least there was 2 days that I didn't eat, and I was sick. Like, I got sick. I just kept like, and that wasn't good, Well, I think it's just like it for me. It was like Hey, just as soon as I was wondering, where am I going in my what am I doing with this channel? Where am I heading with it? What am I gonna do? Is anything that I'm doing making any difference to anybody? And I knew it was. That was just me being self conscious of myself. Like, uh, yeah. I mean, I've always said that when people are talking like that, like I have been around people that constantly talked like that, and they talked about it so much that a lot of people stopped. But I always say, take it serious when someone is saying that because you never know. Like they could be bluffing, but they could be serious. And it might be that all they need is just somebody's ear, just somebody to listen to them pour their heart out. And that's all they need. And like, or it could be as something as simple as you're going to the grocery store and you see someone you don't even know, they're having a shitty day, thinking about ending their life, but you smile at them and say, "How you doing?" Or it's a good day, ain't it? Or you say something nice to them and you smile, and they go on about their life and they don't end it. And then you know what I mean? Like it's those small ripple effects that make the difference. You know, like so I try to be mindful when I'm out in passing with people, even though I was talking about earlier, like I don't like the superficialness of it. I do try to be mindful that even the smallest little encounter sometimes is may have changed someone's life and I don't even know it. And that's the beautiful part of it. You're all right, man. You're all right, Tom. Uh, Shit, I wouldn't worry about it. Personally, I mean, it would be nice if I had somebody that I could be with and had some kind of relation with, but it's been so long, I really don't care anymore. It's been years since I've been. Well, I mean, Sarah was the last serious person, and she died in 2018. So, and then since then, I haven't dated anybody else. And then only like, I did briefly, before she had even died, though, before she died, I had actually, she was up in Pennsylvania, so I had been with somebody while she was still alive, but we weren't officially together then. Well, I don't know. I just don't. I stopped a long time ago. I stopped even thinking about whether, like I used to feel like I was inadequate if I didn't have a partner, or, like, that's, but I've learned that gray clouds, it'll take a special person to pull me into another relationship. Like it'd take, but you never know. Like my mom always said, like when you're not looking is when it comes. Like the thing that the most real relationships will come to you, whether you're like when you're just like not even trying to, and don't even care about getting with anybody, and all of a sudden you just run across somebody that you just get along with, and before you know it, it's become a thing. But I appreciate you, brother. Well, let's see. No, I understand. I'm just meaning if I was in a different situation, like if I had a vehicle, or even if I lived in an actual town area where I could go hang out with somebody, like let's say if I lived down in Fort Payne, where near me, and I could go to this cafe that's down there and frequent it, I might meet somebody. I don't ever go anywhere where I could even meet people, really, hardly. I mean, I haven't gave up on it. I just don't. I just know that for me, it's about me just learning to be complete without anybody. And then if I come across someone that we are compatible, hopefully they feel complete at the same time. And then when we come together, we make a good team. I always look at it that way. I'm always looking for a teammate, not necessarily a playmate, but a teammate. And that doesn't mean like that could be friend or girl. It could be a friend, girlfriend. It could be romantic. It could be non-romantic. But it's like, are you on board? Are you on the team? You're not a piece of shit and you're not a loser, but I can understand the sentiment because I've said that plenty of times about my damn self. I used to be proud of it. I used to think it was cool to say that. I'm just there. I'm just trying to encourage you that you're all right, man. You're good. I'm glad that I'm here talking to you, man. I'm glad that I could be here, like I'm glad you could get off work and I was live and I went live and you're here and it means something to me, man. It means that like oh man. So your Tourette, I knew a guy with Tourette's before in North Carolina. On his top, he didn't say words a lot. He just kind of had to. He just be like, like he didn't get it didn't come out as words as much. You know how some people do, like like that uncontrolled, like you were saying. Oh, you know what's weird? I just mentioned that. I just realized the guy I was talking about, the guy that had Tourette's. He killed a motherfucker. He's in prison. I forgot about that. He had moved, like, I knew him, seemed like a cool cat. He always carried a gun and everything, but yeah, he ended up on the streets. He ended up in another town. And God, I remember the day that he came back to Morgan and he was like, it was just like a day or two later after he had been at my apartment, they called him. And I didn't know, like, I didn't know that in Hickory, he had killed a homeless dude that was gay because the guy came on to him or some crap. I don't know. It was weird. It just dawned on me. I just remembered that guy was, so it was like he was on the streets. He hooked up, I guess, with somebody. They were camping. And I guess the other person was, attracted to the same sex. And they were drinking. And the guy came out, saying stuff or making a move on him, and the dude just kind of fucking. Which we don't have to talk about all that, but yeah, I understand that. I think about it. I've got like what a. I think I got like. I think I was looking at how many videos I've got. It's like 1,000, about 1,700 or something. Oh, Anthony. Hey, what's up? Anthony, what's up, man? Tomcat Anthony is from where I lived in North Carolina. And that's what he's referring to is he had forgotten about the guy I'm talking about, the guy with Tourette's. Yeah, matter of fact, Anthony is where him and his mom, I used to rent a room from them. And I've got comic books still at his house. I got a old drum set down. Well, it should still be there. See, I don't know where Sparta, North Carolina was compared to me and Anthony lived in Morganton. Okay, you're waiting on church. Cool. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, well, Tomcat had mentioned that he has Tourette's and that today he was like shouting stuff out at work. And it brought me back to thinking about that dude. Oh, okay, your fiance in Sparta died of a heroin overdose in '97 while I was paving freeways. Okay. Right. That's how Sarah passed. Matter of fact, Anthony knew Sarah. Okay, Anthony. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about the drum set. Yeah, I knew that nothing went wrong with it. Like if I could get over there and get it, I could. You know, everything comes around in due time. Oh, okay. Isn't that a manga or whatever? Anthony. And Anthony, I still have those Warhammer figures. Eventually, I will try to get them to you, but I need you to. Well, I'm gonna try to get. I don't know if you ever. I've been a fucked up mess my whole life. I'm doing my best to help people before I'm in. I don't know. I think he's talking about I think Anthony is talking about yeah, a very dark fantasy manga. Because I see a lot of channels talk about it that I follow. Like, because I'm into comic books, I'm into action figures and stuff also. And Anthony knows that. I don't know what Berserk Guts Rage is. But I was saying, Anthony, I still have some of those figures that I wanted to send you eventually. Uh, I've just gotten, ever since last year when I thought I was going to move back out in a tent and got behind on my rent and all that, I've had a slow go getting back everything on track. Oh, okay. It's a manga video game. Have you ever heard of that, Anthony? Is that based on the Berserk manga comic, maybe? My friend Anthony is in chat. My friend also is the cat. Oh, Tomcat and Anthony in Greycloudyday chat. Mm. Okay. Okay, Anthony, you know what he's talking about then. Cool. Hey, that's cool. I'm glad that I'm glad yeah, Tomcat. But yeah, Anthony's not my little brother, man. Like I said, I that's where I lived about 6 years ago. Before, well, I wasn't living with him when I moved from North Carolina, but I hadn't been previously. And his mom's, I hold his mom dear to my heart. She's like a mom to me. Very good people, man. I love them people. I love Anthony's like my brother, man. He's oh, okay. Yeah, I've never read much manga or anything, but I do like the animes and stuff. I've always liked anime. Huh. That's cool. Well, Tomcat, and just letting you know, because Anthony has his channel that you can see what the name of his thing is. He reviews movies and does games, and like he'll get on the do a live stream where he's playing different games and stuff, or he makes really cool, little like I know every year, like I know in October he likes to do all month long, like he'd be doing reviews and stuff or of different horror movies and stuff like that. Uh, anyway, just throwing out, just kind of giving a little plug to my buddy, my brother. That's cool. Hey, thanks, Tom, for doing that for him. Like I said, I don't know. I lived with him and his mom twice. My Evil Dead reviews from this October are still getting good views, especially the remake. I need Anthony. It's been a minute since I've stopped in on your channel and watched a few things. I'll try to go and check out some, which like we're just we both. I'm busy. You're busy. We both create. Like I'm doing my channel. You're doing your channel and stuff. But I always try to show some love. When I can. So the newest Evil Dead, are you talking about was you talking about the first remake that was several years ago, or the one that came what, just a year or two ago? Like, you know what I mean? There's one that's I don't know. But Anthony, yeah, Anthony, yeah, Tomcat's cool, man. He's got a cool channel too. He just talks about life and helping people out and stuff like that. Yeah, like the remake, yeah, of the because they did the remake, which I liked all right. I wasn't too happy how it was kind of weird how it ended, but cool. Well, when you watch some of his videos, you'll just get a little bit of look into somebody that I personally know, lived with, is like a brother to me. Very dear people. I'm a big zombie movie fan too, uh, especially any of the Romeros. I'm kind of excited about 28 years later. I think that might be, and I just read uh, Anthony likes horror movies though. Yeah, especially if you're into that kind. You know what I mean? Oh, so yeah, Evil Dead Rise. I have not seen that one. That so you're recommending it? Then I'm gonna have to try to. I might try to figure out if I. Does anybody know if there's any app that it's free on right now? I'm wondering. I'm sure at some point I can find it. I have heard something about that, Anthony. I want to say that I saw something in the past few months or something, or somebody like one of the channels I might watch or something. Somebody talking about it. Which I can't place where I heard that, but I do know I was seeing something about that. I'm excited that Tomcat, that's really cool that you're into some of the same stuff, you know? That's really cool. Like now we're cooking, man. We're cooking now, man. Whoa, cool, Anthony. Oh, hey, the Outlaw Pantera. Yes, I like weed. No, I'm just saying, Greg or Tomcat. Like I'm into a lot of the same stuff too. Like I'm into anime. I'm into. I love comic books. I like. Well, I collect action figures. I haven't collected since last year. I kind of stopped. Uh, just got out of it again. But yeah, Outlaw, of course. Oh, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. I forgot about you. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's like that's pretty cool, man. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I haven't gotten any good comics in a while, but I when it comes to comics, there's like last year I did buy a few comics from some creators that independent comics that were on you know crowdfunding. Oh yeah, I understand. I am what I am. I am that I am. But so Outlaw Pantera. Oh, okay. See, I don't have a lot, but now I used to years ago. Back, I had like several $1,000s worth, but ended up I gave them away to a friend at one point. After my mom died, I got them back from my sister. They had them up in the attic, and I got them and I gave them to a friend that was really into comics and toys. Yeah, I've never backed anything on Kickstarter, but no wait, I backed on Indiegogo, and then my friend Craig Sawyer has a cool comic that he didn't get to put the third issue out last time. He didn't get it crowdfunded in time, but he just said that he had to revamp, like they had to retool the campaign and everything. He hadn't launched it again yet. Okay, I would do that. That ninja, because when you mentioned Ninja High School, I love like ninja stuff, you know. If I can remember, looking for a pen, I'm gonna write that down. Oh, see, I did start a second channel though, and that's where going in 2025 on the second channel. Of course, there's only 30 or 40 people subscribed right now. That's where I will handle doing any kind of. I'm going to talk about some stuff in the news. Like over there, I've talked about AI today. I've talked about. I mentioned a movie in a video and stuff like that. But that's where I'm going to use. I'm going to use the other channel. That's where I'll be moving any. That's where I'll discuss movies or a TV show that I might like, or I might discuss, like I said, something that's going on currently in the news, or you know, whatever. Somebody might bring a topic up to me. I'm asking right now, like I want to make sure the channel is significantly. At some point when you come there, you'll see the same guy, and some of the times you'll have some of the similar content, but mostly I want it to be different. I want to, you know. Yeah, I remember that you. My other channel is called Gray Clouds Thoughts. Like yeah, Tom, what I had to do, let's see if you can see. Gray Clouds Thoughts, Greyloud apostrophe S Thoughts. And I wished that name was my main channel name, because that's a pretty cool name, but I've been Greycloudyday here for so long that I'm just going to keep it that way. Okay, thanks, Tomcat. Because once I get to 50 subscribers there, then I should be able to start streaming. I think that's what the you got to get, like, you know, 50, and you know what I mean. But like that would be cool, because then I can, like, once I have the ability to stream over there, I can do a stream where I'm talking about something I just recently saw or read or something. But I probably won't do any streaming on there. Right, as soon as I get to 50, I might try test it out. But let me explain. What happened was, so many months back, okay, thank you, Tom. I think Anthony might have ended up at church. He might be gone to church now. Anyway, so, but like, I just uploaded a video there where I was talking about, the other day I uploaded a video and was like talking about the direction I want to go. The reason I made the second channel is because so many months back I had posted something in my community, or I made a little short or something. All I remember is I'd used an image, and in that image it was like a 4-panel, and you had mescaline, mushrooms, LSD, and DMT all in there. And I'd made like Anyway, the AI picked it up as I was promoting drug use or something. So they gave me a strike, a community strike. What do you mean YouTube has robbed channels from me, sending them subs? Huh. Oh, okay. But what I was saying is, so what had happened is I made a post and I don't remember if it was a short and I used the image in it or if it was just the post. But because of that, I couldn't upload for a week. Then it kept me from being able to do something, things in my community for a while. So during that time, I created the second channel because I was like, I knew I needed to do that because YouTube's funny. Like I built this thing up. Like I'm like, it's like I'm over 1,000 subscribers on this channel now. And I was like, this is a sign. I need to have a second channel. So, but the second channel is where I will, when I'm doing less content over there, but I am doing a few things a week over there. And as we go more into 2025, my hope is to have it as it's Grey Cloud's thoughts, and it could be my thoughts about anything, but mainly, news type events, movies, and pop culture too. Is I want to like kind of talk about stuff like that over there. Oh, okay, I got what you say. I don't know, man. Like, uh, I'm anticipating creating a Rumble account again. I had a Rumble account over there when I started Grey Cloudy Day. I also had a Grey Cloudy Day over there on, or it might have been Grey Cloud, the gift giving scribe. I don't remember, but I had a channel over there. But all I was doing was just basically uploading the same shit, and it takes a lot longer to take off over there. It seems like, but I see that a lot of people have made in the past few years since the last time I tried to do Rumble. I'm seeing that there's more activity over there. So my hope is to start a channel over there also, and then I'll be able to over there. I can talk a little bit more openly about some of the topics in the news and stuff. You know, well, the community strike I had, I could have easily probably like if I could have probably appealed it, and they might have thought about it, but because I wasn't trying to promote the use of anything, I just was like, I made like a funny, like I don't even. All I know is I just didn't. I just because I when I read it, it said like as long as I don't get three of those within 90 days, then you're good. And then like after 90 days, like that strike has disappeared by now. So it's like not too worried about it. I've got some stuff I got to mail out soon, man. I've got these two comic books that I got to send to this dude that I had a giveaway this past year for do you know about Cyberfrog, Tomcat, Ethan Van Sciver and stuff? Comics Gate, I guess you do. If you've been on crowdfunding and stuff, then you know about you know. But this is Cyberfrog warts and all. The '90s edition, all the different, all his independent stuff, all in one. And then this is his when he started over. He restarted it in 2015. Oh, okay. Well, Ethan Van Sciver, he was a professional comic book artist for DC for quite a few years. He did some work for Marvel also. He most known for a lot of his work on Green Lantern. Well, the only reason, so this is, he had done Cyberfrog years ago, and then he went on to work for the big two, and then he got blackballed, blacklisted. There was a bunch of, because he had conservative views and stuff, and in the comic book industry, they mostly, like, if you were a Trump supporter or anything like that, a lot of people got like blacklisted and pushed out of the damn comic book professional community, and then they went to Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and places like that, and started doing crowdfunding. And I'm real big into a lot of those kind of guys, like I said, Ethan Van Sciver, Shane Davis, John Malin. You're talking about, these are all guys that worked for DC or Marvel or Dark Horse, Image, places like that. But I'd had a giveaway last year for these two, because this was his, when it's all of his stuff in 90s, some of it's black and white, some of it's colored, and all the independent stuff that he had done before he worked for Marvel or DC. Then when he got blacklisted and out of the industry, the mainstream part of it, he revamped Cyberfrog and restarted it in 2015. And this is the first issue of, I think right now they're waiting on the third or the fourth installment. But I had a giveaway, and Gideon has been waiting on these for we're probably going on 2 months now that I hadn't got them out in the mail yet. And I'm just very glad that he's patient with me. What's with this account? Hello? What do you mean? Oh! Okay, I see. What's with this account? What's the name? Oh, what was the name of it, you said? Uh, well, that was Warts and All. And then this one is, it's part one. It basically is the origin story again and everything, but his art's a lot better than what back in the 90s, because, this one is, Cyberfrog Blood Honey. It's the first one, and after he revamped it and stuff. But if you look at Ethan's artwork, you can tell he was heavily influenced by the Image and type of people and stuff. Todd McFarlane, like you can see, like he's like really detailed, like really, like anyway. So that's Blood Honey, and the other one was Warts and All, that which is a compilation of all his from the time he originally started Cyberfrog in the early 90s up until he was independent for a while, and then he went working for DC and Marvel and stuff. Most of his professional career was for DC, though. Like I said, Green Lantern and stuff like that. But he's got a cool channel. It's called Comic Book Artist Pro or something. Yeah, Ethan Van Scott, he has his own eBay store. I'm trying to remember what you look up for to actually order from. Uh, he calls his company All Caps Comics, but I'm trying to remember his eBay store name. It might be. I'm thinking that this. I think there's a Cyberfrog store. You might be able to find that. And matter of fact, he's revamped the Warts and All, which is the complete edition of everything he did in the '90s. He's revamped it, re-edited it, and all that kind of stuff. And they're doing a hardback version of it. But I'm not like saying it was like I'm a fan of him, and I like his channel, and I try to support people when I can. See, who else do I like? I don't have anything else sitting around right now, but what I was saying is like, as soon as I get paid again, I'm definitely going to get those sent out to Gideon, and because he's been patient with me, and I just had a past couple of few months where like my intention is on payday to have those already, like just to have them with me, whether they're in the package or not yet. And I might have to go buy the package and then put them in it, get it mailed out, and get on with it. I'm quick with my shit. Normally, I have been. If you know what I'm saying, like if you're talking about shipping shit out, um, any other time in the past, I had giveaways and stuff. As soon as I did it, like as soon as, like sometimes that someone might have to wait a week or two. I've just had some shit happen, and there's no excuse for it. And until I get those to the said person, I won't be satisfied with myself. Star Wars Doctor Afra comics. Isn't Star Doctor Afra? Wasn't that somebody in one of the newer? Oh, okay, cool, cool. So you've known, okay, yeah. Like I don't do videos really covering anything like that anymore on here. Uh, if you've been here, I don't know if you know, but I have a second channel called Gray Clouds Thoughts. What's with this account, by the way? And oh, okay, I remember that. I remember that. I remember the name of the person that you're talking about, Doctor Afro Comics. I remember seeing some stuff about that. Okay, cool. She's like a female Han Solo. Okay, cool. But what I was going to say is that the second channel, Gray Clouds Thoughts, is where I will be having any kind of content that covers comic books or movies or current events in the news. Is where I'm gonna touch on certain things over there, and then Great Cloudy Day will still be for mainly what I do, reading from certain books and spiritual, insightful things. So, but guys, I need to think about getting off here. I've been on here like 2 hours and 9 minutes. I don't have anything else to do, but I do need to think about making something to eat and all that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna take. I hope that would be okay with you guys if. I might even walk over to the store here in a second, Tomcat. I'm gonna check out your link to your second channel. I don't know how to. I don't know how to do that without ending the live stream. while I'm gone. No, I was saying I was thinking about. I mean, I could. Let me go. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. My dogs probably want in. They're probably gonna want in. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, well, they're not out there right now. At least I checked on them. Connection somehow. Okay. Huh? Gray cloudy stalks. No, thoughts. Like thinking. Like gray clouds. Like my gray cloud apostrophe S thoughts. When I end this stream, I'll okay, thanks, Tomcat. What I was gonna say is if you have any trouble finding it what's with the account, I'll when we end this stream, I'll share something in my community on my community page from the second channel. Or if you go into my community page and scroll down through there, you'll find where I've shared a few of the videos from the other channel. So, but what I was going to say is I'm going to think I'm going to end this one. We've been on here for like a while, huh? That's weird. It's like it disconnected and it lost. So after 2 hours, did it start over? Huh. Okay. What I'm saying is I don't know how I can share it in the chat myself right now. But if you go into my community page, you should be able to find it, and I can go over there and I can just share something here in a second. Okay, you sent it. You sent it. Okay. No, I know. I don't know how. Like, I'll link to my second channel. Like if I go try to copy my link right now to share it in the chat, it'll probably end the live stream. But I'm about to end anyway. Bleed Blue, I hope you didn't just now show up. If you did, I've been here for a while. It looks like it's showing there's only 3 minutes and something on here, but I've been on here for like a couple hours. So, oh, okay. Yeah, Bleed Blue subscribed to you, so he can find it in your community. I'm sorry, guys, to be so complicated, man. Like, I don't know. I'll get it. I'll get to set up better. But I'm gonna get off. Like, uh, what I'm saying is that somehow we got disconnected. It restarted my minutes on here, but it didn't really end the stream. But the stream, like I've been on here for a little over 2 hours now, and I think I need to think about making us a little something to eat and kind of like I might, like I said, I might walk over to the store, especially Tom. You said that I might just go over and get me a little personal pizza. But I don't know. That's kind of lame. There might be something I'd really need tomorrow, more so. So, but what I'm going to try to be doing is, well, I really don't know ever, but I think these afternoon streams are going pretty well. So this is, and I know that like, especially for you, Tomcat, like it'd be better in the afternoon if you want to catch me and see me on live. So, but sometimes I go in live in the mornings. It just depends on what kind of day I'm having. So, but I'm gonna get off here, guys, man, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, please hold down the fort, stay positive. God bless, and you know how I say I love you here. Ditto, 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 ditto.